Hey guys, it's me again, coming to talk to you more about NSE. So this week we're talking about the cultural differences between our home campus and our host campus.
So a few things that are different about Hawaiian culture are that, for one, if you are going into someone's house, you take your shoes off before you even go through the front door, just as a sign of respect. And another one, and this one, I'm glad someone finally told me because I don't think I would have known, is you're not supposed to whistle at night. Hawaiians are very spiritual, and they believe that if you are whistling after the sun has gone down, that you are calling the spirits.
So Salt Lake City is known for like a religious capital, and so today I went to the Temple Square and I saw like a church and temples and stuff. One thing that different, like the difference of this city and Cleveland, where I'm from, is so I went to jazz game, NBA jazz game, and Real Salt Lake, the MLS soccer game this weekend, and all the like supporters, people are like super into sports and they're like super united. So it was like really intense to like be there. Like even though you're not from Utah, you feel like you're one of the member. Like you feel like you're part of the team, like family kind of.
There's wonderful museums. There's like all of this history, all of this culture to like kind of be learned and to be understood, and that's a big draw for people, including me. That was a big reason why I wanted to come here, because not only is it such a hub for like hospitality and for tourism, but it's just so culturally and historically inclined that it's like something you can't miss. And just like being in a history class and reading the books and understanding how things have changed and the things that haven't changed or what has been modified culturally and with the times, I don't know, it's really, really cool. So this week's video, I really did enjoy the videos I took because I tried to represent the culture as best as possible. Of course, you can't like capture all of the culture here just in videos because there's so much from the Mississippi River and the history that holds to just the entire French Quarter and beyond, like the oldest trail, the French market where people still traded, the indigenous people traded in that same area because it was close to the river. And there's just all of these aspects that make New Orleans so rich with history.
There's a very notable change in seasons, and I'm noticing now since it's officially spring. So I've been seeing like the changes between winter and spring, which is really peculiar for me. I don't know. Everything is different here. I can sometimes tell you what shocks me and what not, and sometimes I forget other things. Like for example, snow. Snow is not normal back home, as I've said so many times before.
Okay, hi! Welcome back. Another week. As you can tell, I have a couple more people here with me that are not usually with me. These are my friends.
I'm Miley.
I'm Joe.
I'm Camilla. I'm T.
Just T.
I'm Tessa.
And we are going to eat a bunch of food together, and some of it I have tasted before, some of it I have not. But I think y'all have all had this stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just stuff that's like pretty specific to Hawaii, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And we're gonna talk about stuff while we do it. Who aren't sure what these things are. Poke is like cubes of raw fish. I think I talked about that. I feel like people get grossed out by it on the mainland. Like people are kind of unsure about poke. It's kind of like sushi, except without like the rice and the seaweed. Like it's just fish. But it's really good. I love poke personally.
Yes.
And it comes in like a trillion different varieties here.
Right.
Like this is shoyu, so it's basically just like soy saucy. But you can get like soy saucy.
So moving to Miami was a huge difference. I'm from a small town in southern Minnesota with only about 14,000 people, and down here in Miami, just in the city of Miami, there's about 5.5 million people. So the city of Miami has definitely been shaped by many different cultures and many rich heritages. So the most influential, I would have to say, would be the Cuban influence. Miami has even been nicknamed the capital of Latin America.
So this week's question is about how the culture varies between our NSC hosts and home campuses, specifically off campus. It's very different from where we're from. We're from Wyoming, and in Hawaii there's a lot more cultures here, you could say.
There's a lot of Thai, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese. There's a ton of different Asian culture. A lot of Filipino. There's a lot of different Asian cultures here. That's probably the biggest influence on the architecture and the food here.
And also the food. The food varies very different from where we're from because there's a lot of Asian fusion, and we don't have a lot of that where we're from. So it's actually really cool to like get a new experience of that.
Yeah, most of the food we eat is Asian food, like a ton of sushi, a lot of Thai food. It's all so good and it's just so healthy for you. Like back home in Wyoming, we always eat like, I don't know, American food like cheeseburgers and chicken strips and just classic American food, you know? So I think the biggest cultural difference is the food for sure.
So one of the main differences about Vegas and Anchorage is just how much more life there is in Vegas. Like already the population difference is like millions of people here, and it really shows like they have nightlife here. You can do anything you want like 24/7, and you can always do something new.
As I've mentioned before, my home campus is Oklahoma State and my host campus is the University of Hawaii at Manoa. So culturally, there's just a lot going on, a lot of differences. The food is a lot different. There are a few dishes that are like Hawaiian. I tried poi, which is like ground taro that's like made into a paste and baked. Interesting texture. I also tried loco moco, which is like it's a very popular breakfast dish here. It's rice with a hamburger patty with a fried egg with gravy, and pretty good, I have to admit. I'll be recreating that when I get home.
Some other little things that I've noticed is that you have to pump your own gas here. I am lucky to be from New Jersey. I don't have to pump my own gas at home, but out here I would have to do that. And the last little tiny thing I've noticed is that all of the apartment complexes that the students live in out here all allow pets. So all of the students here have pets. Even the students on campus can have pets. So that's completely different for me. Where I'm from in New York, you are not allowed to have pets, and you have to beg and plead if you really want one.